it. That's all the login is. And I've had several questions about what about the .com, what about the .net. It's Woodlake.life. That's it. It's as simple as it gets. So what we want to start with is actually how to log into the site today. So I'm going to share my screen throughout the rest of this presentation, and we'll go from there. How's that? Everybody should be looking at a white VW Beetle that I no longer own. Is that what everybody sees?
When are
Yes.
you going to give us a ride?
Okay. So let us go to the internet, and in my case, I use Safari, and I would go up here in the URL bar and type woodlake.life, and the site pops up. So if you haven't seen this, I'll make this bigger. Everybody see this okay now? Let me move this to the side here, to the top. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is the home screen, and the menu bar that you're going to use all the time is right across the top. We're at the home page, and what's on the home page is just the intro. It's what the site's about here. Everybody see my pointer?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just a brief intro of what the site is about, and an opportunity right off the bat to subscribe to the news page. If you want to get emails every time something new goes in the news page, you put your email here and hit sign up. Now there are several places in here that you can do that, and we'll cover that this morning. Down at the bottom, I've posted the reviews that we've received from the residents that have looked at the website, and it's a bunch of them. As you can see, there's 9 or 10 of them right now. So really, that's what's on the home page at the very bottom. If you want to submit a review, if you've looked at the site and feel led to submit a review, you can do it right there. And at the very bottom, we have links to the community organizations, Bonita Bay Community Association and the club and the marina. Okay. Okay. So that's basically the home page. Then there's an about section. We go in the about page and it tells you a little more about Woodlake. For those people that don't know, that may be thinking about coming to live here, it's a history of a brief history of the community, and then a little blurb about who we are and kind of what's going on in the neighborhood. That there's a kind of a redevelopment, uh, reinvigoration happening, and that's all there is on the about page. It's very quick, very simple. The contact info page is important because this is how you get to people that are on various committees. Right off the bat, you can email us. Let's get Dave in. Okay. You can email us right away if you like from right here. You click this button and it immediately goes to your email, your default email on your computer or your tablet or your phone. Okay. Down here are the actual committees that exist in Woodlake. The social committee tells you, a blurb about that. And if you want to contact it, you click contact and you'll end up again to your email, but this time it's going to go to Kathy Schallenbarger, the chairperson of the social committee. If you click this events, it's going to take you right to the page with the upcoming social events, and we'll cover that in a minute. The next category is the directory. If you want an updated copy of the directory, you click this contact button and it goes to Janet Allison. She verifies that you're a Woodlake resident. That's why you just can't get it right off the site for security purposes. She verifies that you're a resident of Woodlake, and she sends you the updated map and the directory. And that's already worked a couple times. If you have comments, suggestions, questions about the website, you click this and it comes to me. The golf tournament. Every year we have that. If you click this button here, it goes straight to whoever's chairing the golf tournament this year. It's Irma Hayes and Kathy Belwar.
No, no. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, I don't know what was wrong. It was not muted, but didn't work. I think that Field and Carol Rederer are chairing that.
Well, trust me, they both jumped on all over me when I listed Field and Carol. Irma jumped on me and right away and said, "That's not right. We're doing it. We're already involved and all that." So get it sorted, and I'll fix it however you like. But that's the
Okay.
latest. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
The Veterans Council is another group that we have in here, and Jim Papandrea is our unofficial representative. He's agreed to do that. And so again, if you have a question about that, you click this. The hurricane preparedness area of the website, and that's, as we all know, Vito's done what a good job of keeping us abreast of what the community association says about the latest on being prepared for the hurricane. If you have a question, you can click this button and it goes straight to Vito. Now, as time goes on, there may be additional committees that pop up here. So from time to time, you may want to take a look at it. And again, at the bottom, in terms of contacts, again, community and the club. Here's the community, here's the club. Some phone numbers, a little expanded version of their contact information, and gate access. If you want to update your gate access, you can go here. You still have to put in your credentials, but you can do it from here rather than going through their site. Just a convenient thing. If you want to contact us, just a general contact us form is at the bottom. I told you there's several places throughout the website where you can contact us. Okay. The general inquiries will come to me. The committee inquiries will go directly to whoever's in charge of the committee, which is also changing as we speak. So I think the contact info page is important to everyone, and get in there and root around and see what you think. The next section is the news and classifieds. Now, news obviously is news. What's going on in the lake, in the life of Woodlake? You can see this morning I posted a reminder about this meeting, and then there are various stories throughout here that pop up. And if someone feels, let's click on this one. If we click on any one, it expands it, tells you all about it. And if you have something you want to talk about with it, you can follow it up here. There's several places where you can follow it up. Contact us here. So we had one follow-up. Dave submitted an article about cleaning your gutters, and then Vito followed it up with additional comments. Now I'm going to say this. This is not it's not a blog. It's not a running commentary about I like this, you don't like that. It's not an editorial section. It's something that affects everybody in the Woodlake, something that will be interesting to everybody in Woodlake, and it's not it's not really a blog where you've got people back and forth with differing opinions, because that's not what it's about. It's simple, it's straightforward, and it's what's coming up or what's happening in the life of the neighborhood.
Right, so I understand, Dan. If I put a comment, first of all, the comment has to be in response to an existing news article.
Yes, if you want to, and up here it tells you. I mean, right here it tells you if you have something you'd like to submit, you just click this button right here.
So that would be different if I have
Yeah.
a new
Or
item.
if you just want to follow up, you can do either one from right here. Just
Right now,
click this, it
if
goes
I
right to your
entered,
email.
now would that would automatically be disseminated to all
No.
subscribers?
No, all that comes to me, and I have
Just
to make
to you.
I have to make it fit. I post it, and then it gets, if it's any
Okay.
photos or any of
So-
that, I have to add a photo to it. So it goes through a filter. I have to, get it in the
It's
right
filter
I,
name.
Well, I have to get it in the right format so that it
No,
fits.
I'm not questioning that. The filter is named Dan.
Oh,
So if, so if I wanted to respond about the decorations,
yeah,
I would write something. It
yeah,
would not go to the Woodlake residents. It would go to you,
yes.
and then you could disseminate it to the residents.
Like I would fit it in. Now, what I would do is come right down here, and it's like here. Here's an update. I'd add another update and add your name to the end of it.
And would that then be, for those of us who have subscribed, would that generate a new email message saying there's an update?
Yes. Every
Okay,
time there's an update to any of these stories, a blast goes out and says there's new news. Absolutely. So I think that's important. I'm glad you brought that up. Okay. So again, you can do anything you want from right there at that button. You click it, it automatically goes to your email, and you tell me what you want me to know. Okay. Let's get.
Dan, at the top, it says subscribe to Woodlake News. Do you have
Right.
to subscribe to everything?
Nope. If you did it from the first, no. You subscribe one time. I just have this throughout the website so that you can have many bites at the apple. No pun
Okay.
intended.
Okay.
Okay. So, and these news sections have categories. You know, if you only want to see something relating to the entrance, you click this button and there's a thing about just the entrance. If you have something about home maintenance, you can click this button and only the stories about home maintenance show up. But if you want to see all, you just click all. And I would imagine most people would look and then they click on what they want to see down here, like the bobcat sightings and that sort of things.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Wow, good, finally.
Sorry about that. All right.
That's right.
So moving on, that's the news section. It's really on the back side of this, what it's called in GoDaddy, and GoDaddy is the platform that we're using. They call it a blog. To me, I don't even like the word blog. I don't even like how it sounds. And what we're trying to do is create a news page. Well, they didn't have a news page. They had blog. So you won't see blog, you see news. Okay. Now another feature in this section is classifieds. If you have something you want to buy, sell, give away, whatever, this is an area to do that. So here's something that John O'Leary asked that I post, and it's someone wanting to rent in Woodlake. And so this is how they get in touch with the person. But the idea behind the want ads, for lack of better terms, is a way for you to say, hey, I've got a high chair that I'm no longer going to use. Anybody's welcome to use it, borrow it, have it, whatever. Okay, this is where you do that. It's in classifieds. Right there. So we've only got one thing on there. And it says if you want to submit your ad, click the logo. And if you click the logo, it immediately goes to your email, as you can see. And that'll go straight to John, who's basically submitting these. Okay. So let's get rid of that. If I can. Let's see if I can get rid of that. There we go. Don't save. There we go. So that's classifieds in a nutshell. And then once whatever it happens, it's going to be posted there for a certain amount of time, 30 days, 60 days, whatever, and then they'll automatically drop off over time. Whoever's got the TV on in the background may want to mute your microphone because the rest of us can hear it. All right, the next column, the next category is social events. And in social events, social/events, we have Woodlake events, food, and area attractions. So let's click on Woodlake events, which is something that everybody is wanting to pay attention to. This is what's coming up. For lack of better words, it's the calendar of events. So here's what's happening currently. The next thing is on the 12th, which is tomorrow. And you can click on the event and see the details. Not that many more. If you want to see the full invitation, you can click here. And as it was put together, there's the original invitation. Let me go back. So it tells you what it is, when it is, what time it is, and where it is. Now you can see we've got the golf tournament coming up, and because I don't have any other information, all I know is the date, which um, Irma knew the date, said that it had been confirmed that they had been speaking with Tom Cooper, and so that's what I stuck in there. It's going to change, I'm sure, and if it does, that's fine. But what I envision to happen is that as these things happen, they'll drop off. Okay? So, Kathy, this is going to be important to you. This whole
Mm,
section is going to be important to you. Now, the way this
yeah.
is set up, it says if you have an upcoming event, because Martha will be managing this area of the website. If you click here, it's going to go to Martha, and you're going to tell her what your event is about. Attach any pictures, any graphics, whatever you want. She'll in turn put it in a format that I need to put it into the website.
So when I know the details, I contact Martha
Yeah,
and she will get it together and send it to you.
that's correct.
Okay.
That's what it says here at the bottom. Do you know of an upcoming event? And if so, you click this button, and immediately goes to a contact us, and
Okay.
put in the bit about the event.
Okay. Thank you.
So that's the events. Let's go to food. Woodlakers know how to eat, that's for sure. You can share your suggestions. If you have a suggestion about a restaurant or a carryout place or a menu that you served at home that you liked or a recipe, this is where you can do it. Now, oh gosh, I'm having a senior moment. Food is going to be Susie Wilkinson is going to run this area of the website, and so I think her email is Chef Kathy or something like that. So she enjoys food and whatnot. So anyway, any of these recommendations, and these are ones that have been recommended over and over and over. As time goes on, this list is going to grow. I would encourage it to grow. You know, as a neighborhood, all we're saying is people from Woodlake have recommended these restaurants. We're not uh, advertising for them. I mean, indirectly you are, but the idea is if you're new to this area and you don't know, here's a place that Woodlakers go and frequent to eat. And if someone has something awful to say about any of them, it's easy enough to pull them off. These are three that always get high ratings, that I've seen. A lot of this stuff that I'm seeing, I've saved from things that Bill sent out through emails. Bill Farrell sent out through emails. So the first section is recommended restaurants. The next section is takeout. If you want pizza, my recommendation is get it from the club. It's excellent pizza and it's very reasonably priced, or whatever you want. But Carrabba's is another one that does good on takeout. And this, if you got to have takeout, shoot, takeout and Chinese are synonymous. So here's a place to get it that's been recommended.
I thought that place was closed.
Doesn't seem to be. The last time I checked, it wasn't.
No, that's great.
If it is, let me know so we'll take that down or replace it. So if you're going to have pizza tonight, here's a couple of places you can get pizza that's pretty good, or a burger, or a sub. So all we're doing is putting in the name of the place and their phone number. Just a very quick reference for people to be able to contact these folks. Or if you're staying home and you want to fix something different at home, here will be some suggestions from your fellow Woodlake residents. So that's the food section. The last section in here are area attractions. Your kids and grandkids are coming, and you want to know, let's do something different this time. Hopefully there'll be some local attractions that people submit, and we'll put them in here. I don't have any now because I don't have any currently. And if you have something for the grandkids specifically, we can put it here, or whatever you want to call it. And you can tell me what heading you want. I'll put a different heading in there. But the idea is to say, here's some things that you can do locally that's fun for your family when they come up. Then at the bottom I've got for the big kids, and I've got just quick links to Artist Naples and the Naples Player, and basically the playhouses that are popular in this area. This page can go it can expand. We can add new sections. Again, it's just now growing off of the web. In the resources section, this is another area that I think that people are going to get a lot of use out of. You can see there are a lot of categories. The first one is home services. If you need a plumber, electrician, or a heating and air conditioning person, these are people that have been recommended by your fellow citizens. So for instance, Spectrum Air, reliable and large enough to be quickly responsive. That's what John O. had to say about them. Now, because it's a public site, I'm not listing last names. Now, if someone voluntarily lists their last names, I'll put it there. That means they don't mind. But until that time, I'm just going to list the first name and initial. Everybody here, not everybody, but most people know a lot of folks. So that's what it's about. These are trades for your home: plumber, electrician, landscaping, lighting, tree service, etc. You know, these kinds of things for your home. Pool service. And then down at the bottom for people that are new, utilities, other services, cable, animal control. And again, this section can grow.
Oh, Dan, you and I talked about this. I, for instance, have a suggestion of a roofer. Would that appear
Yeah,
under
yeah, it won't.
home?
Roofer's a little bigger. These are basically small services. That segues to the next section, which is builders and remodelers. They would be considered a remodeler. Now, I'll tell you, there are two.
Well, however, how about a roof repair, not
Yeah, yeah,
replacing the entire roof, but fixing
it,
a leak?
yeah. It's going to be here under roof. Okay.
I'm sorry, that would go where?
I'll show you in a second. Just hang loose a second. Okay. So if I've got, and I've got a couple of placeholders here. These are nothing but just placeholder graphics. But at some point, we may have a builder or two that are building in Woodlake that want to fill these spots. And if they want to help me pay for the website, then perhaps we can work something out. But now I just have them in here as placeholders. They may go away, they may come up. I don't know quite yet. But in remodelers, you can see the first one is roofing. And this is going to be for any type of roofing, repair, replacement, or whatever you want right in here. Now, Don, if you'd like, I can put another roofing on the other services page and just duplicate this section. If you,
Well, again, I was just
I'll,
distinguishing between replacing an entire roof,
yeah,
which we recently did, versus repairing leaks, which we have done over the years using two different contractors.
we can do that. No problem. So in remodelers, you've got roofing, you've got painting, you've got hardscape. These are bigger ticket items, basically, that you're going to do to your home most of the time. If you've got a handyman or small contractor that has done some renovation for you, this would be a place to put that. Siding repair, stucco, that kind of thing. Here, I hope to get somebody in here for this. Pool cages, that's usually pretty significant. And that's probably another thing where we put on the other page also, pool cage repair. I'll write that down. But usually the people that can do the whole one will also do the repair.
Now, Dan, if we were to recommend someone, how do we do that?
You would do that right here where it says submit a
Submit a
referral.
referral. Okay, fine. That's pretty obvious. Okay.
Yeah, and if we go back for a second, you can see I've got pool services here somewhere. Here, I've got pool service over here. You know, back to builders and remodelers. So you can see we've got these broad categories. We can add pool replacements, a big one. And there have been several people in here that have replaced their pool. I think it would be great if they felt good enough about endorsing them or referring them. That would be a good place. So again, just like all the other pages, this can grow. Back to the resources tab, let's go to pets. You want to know something about anybody recommend a good vet or grooming or a pet sitter or dog park, pet park, whatever they call them. Or if you've lost your dog or it's missing, you can tell us about that here. click this, and the appropriate person gets the email, and we can broadcast that out pretty quickly. If you want to submit a referral, again, right here. Professional services. You need a doctor, a lawyer, or Indian chief. We've got various things here: wealth management, accountant, banking, estate planning, insurance, etc. If you don't see a service that you're looking for, you just hit the button, and again it says, I'd like to see something about whatever you're looking for. Back to resources. Healthcare, a big one for us at this point in our lives. And I hope that, and Bob Mader Dr. Bob has agreed to be the editor of this page, to tell us some recommended people for various types of medical services: internist, orthopedics, dentist, whatever the category is. And again, this can grow. And again, if they're recommended by Woodlake people, then they'll be added. Home health, if you need a home health service, hopefully we'll have a good service listed here. So all of these things are only going to be as good as Woodlake citizens are comfortable enough submitting as a referral. If we don't get anything, there's not going to be anything up there. We're just not going to make it up. Auto stuff. You want to know who's to work on your Lexus car? Well, here's a good one. Lexpert Automotive. They're nearby. And I personally put this referral up there because I'm done using the Lexus place for repairing my 2 Lexus cars. If you got a German-made car, here's a good one. Domestic, we'll have somebody, hopefully. How about auto transport? If you've got somebody you feel strongly that they do a good job of shipping your car back and forth, that's a great place to put it. Wrecker service, back and forth to the airport.
So Apple Transportation is your Volkswagen convertible?
What's that?
I said Apple Transportation is your Volkswagen convertible?
Not anymore. I'm in the website business now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Wrong. Okay, so again, this section will grow over time. Next section is documents, and in here, this section, Vito has agreed to be the editor of this section. And again, it's going to be documents that will be at some time important to Woodlake people: covenants and deed restrictions, things that are germane to all Bonita Bay residents, things of that nature. I asked 4 people when I first started this section, is there because I couldn't find ours, deed restriction and covenants for Woodlake. Everybody says, yeah, we have that somewhere in a pile of papers, put away, but nobody can lay their hands on it. Well, here you'll be able to lay your hands on it right away.
Actually, they're available at the community association.
Yeah.
There is an overriding declaration for Bonita Bay,
Yeah.
and then there are supplements for each neighborhood.
Right.
There is a Woodlake supplement for that.
So I expect to have that here, and Vito's getting that together as we speak. Okay. Finally, maps. Again, do you want a map of Woodlake? You click here. If you're new to this area, well, here's what our layout is. And notice there are no names on this map. Janet found the original map that was done, sent it to me, and it just gives you the layout of the neighborhood. And if you want something bigger, you can click on the Bonita Bay, and it gives you the whole developments map, which you can enlarge, and zoom in however you like. So that's pretty much resources. I would expect that this first couple of sections would get a lot of play, especially the home services part. Now we have a gallery. No website is complete without a gallery. And in our photo gallery, we have pictures, most of which I have taken. In fact, all of which I have taken, because that's what I got it going with. And you can submit your picture simply by submitting your picture here. If there's an image that you think that all of Woodlake would enjoy, that would be a good place to put it. I dug out some from our last holiday party from 2019 and stuck them in here. And so they're just images. And so if you feel compelled, and you can write a little blurb about your image when you submit your photo, click the button, submit your photo, tell us what it is, and pretty much it comes straight. It's going to the person that's going to chair the photo section or be the editor for this is Barb Gasparo, who's not even living here yet and is involved in the neighborhood already. Um, she's going to agree because she's has a knack for photographs and whatnot, and agreed to do it. Finally, the last button on the menu bar up here is email us. Again, it's very straightforward. You want to email us, you want to attach a file, you can do that right here. Attaching a file could be a file, a picture, a PDF form, whatever you want to submit. Okay. So that's pretty much the website. Now, um, questions. Went through it pretty quickly. Let me make sure I got through everything on the agenda. Yep, I did. Okay.
Well, you mentioned earlier the cost of the website. Who's underwriting it?
Me personally.
You. Is
Cost,
that,
And how,
it costs
what is the,
it costs nobody a dime. It's
well,
my
it costs you,
it's my
you
gift.
2 dimes.
It's my gift to Woodlake.
Thank you.
Yeah.
is that fair for us to exploit you that way?
Well, we won't apply the rotary four-way test when it comes to that particular issue. How's that?
Okay, but
It's fine.
well, we applaud you for doing so.
Well, as I said, and we met with a focus group. This Woodlake site didn't really get launched until we met with a focus group of about 7 people, some who are brand new, some who have been here a very long time, and everybody in between, men, women, and said, "What do you think?" And they said, "Well, why are we doing it now?" And I said, "Because Bill Farrell left."
That's right.
When Bill
Okay,
Farrell
so
left,
all we have to do is pray that you don't move out of Woodlake.
well, um, the great thing about the website, it's done on a portal, it's done on a platform, GoDaddy, which pretty much anybody could do. Now, it's like anything else, you got to get used to it, but it doesn't take long. It's very intuitive, and it's simple as me handing the credentials over to somebody, and they go in and do what they got to
Oh,
do.
okay, just accept our kudos and go forward, please.
And I have a question.
Sir.
I tried at the beginning to sign in, and I put my email address in there and hit the little button, and it said that I would get an email back
Yep.
to me to verify it.
Yep.
I couldn't get that to work.
It probably went in your spam. You probably
Ah,
saw it as spam. Now, I'm glad you brought that up because that is something I wanted. Let's say that you want to go on and say, okay, I want to subscribe right here.
yes.
You literally put in your email address. Let's see if I can get Sandy's email address in here.
I was say you could put mine in.
Yeah, better put my own in. And I say sign up. Okay, it says you're going to get a confirm your subscription link. So if we were to hop over to my email, and we will, let's hop. I'm not too good at hopping, but I'm going to try. Stop share. Let me hop. And then I'll share again. Share screen. Now you should be looking at my email.
I am.
Okay, it's not here yet, but at some point I'll get an email and it says, "Thank you for subscribing. You need to click this link. The link is in blue." I don't see it here, right? Just here we go. Let me blow this up so you can see it.
Oh, you can see it.
Can you
Yeah,
see
that's
this?
very clear.
To activate your subscription, please follow the link below. When I click confirm, it says thanks, you're confirmed. Now the reason for that, because I got some comments about that. Let's go back here, let's close this up. It's security. Because it's a public website and it's not a login type website where you got to have credentials, and frankly I don't mind paying for the website, but I'm not going to pay for an IT department to answer the questions, hey, I forgot my password.
Right.
It's a public website, so we have to be careful who's joining. So this two-step process where you subscribe and then it says, is it really you? When you click that confirm button, okay, it's confirming that it's really you and it came from your
I have to look at it.
IP address. So that's our little built-in security that we're not getting spammed.
Okay.
But thanks for asking that, because there's been several questions about that. Other questions?
Wonderful. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, Dan, I'm reaching my curfew, so I'll have to duck out, but thank you. Thank you for your efforts in doing this.
Yeah.
Thank you for hosting the program.
Well, let's hope it grows and that everybody uses it.
Thank you, Dan.
And if not before, look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Okay.